Well, hello everybody and welcome to Microsoft Word. We're going to be starting with Microsoft Word today, so I want to give you a short introduction to the software. Here's the layout of it open like this. Here you have your document, and here we have this ruler which actually shows you in inches the width and the length of the page for this word processing program. And I'm going to show you a few of the simple things. We'll start with the home ribbon. You'll notice that Word has a series of ribbons with the most common task being under the home ribbon. So why don't you just start typing something here and we'll see how this is used. Now I'm going to type total nonsense here because I don't have anything really good to say, but I'll show you some of these typing word processing capabilities. Okay, now notice if you hit space after a word and it's the first word in the line there, it's going to automatically capitalize it. So you want to keep an eye out for that. Most of the time that's what you want, sometimes not. Notice also that there's spaces between these lines. Okay, it's if you want to notice what the paragraph format is, click on it over here, and this is the default format in Microsoft Word. It has multiple for line spacing, and before and after is set at 10 points. Now I can set that to single, and you think that might make it single spaced, but it really doesn't quite. Because of that spacing that we have after. If I really want it single space the way we normally think of it, you got to change that to 0. Okay, so that's how you change the spacing in a Word document. Now the fonts, of course, if you can change the fonts of any words you want, just come up here under the home ribbon and look at these common fonts and choose a different font. Now I'm trying to use those fonts, but it's not letting me. Okay, now what does that mean when it's not letting you? Well, it tells you it doesn't actually have the font. So I was trying to change it to a font that didn't actually exist on this machine. So put your mouse over it, you'll see if it has the font or not, and change it to whatever you like. Here, I'll change it to Arial, and I'll change the size to 18. Here's how you bold it. Here's how you italicize, underline it, change the color of the font, change the highlight, and you can pick from a palette here. Same thing with the fonts here. You can also pick special font types that well, I didn't have it selected there. Change it to a ghostly font there. Okay, that's how that's the minimum of the fonts there. You change the orientation over here. Centered, justified to the right, justified to the left. Now, this is full justification. Anytime you type a line that gets to the end, it will be full justified. Okay, now I think I'm going to go back to left justified here for all of these. Okay, and that's basically all I want to talk about on the home ribbon. Now, another very important one is the view ribbon. Now here's where I can turn the ruler on and off under the show group, and I can change the view here to full screen reading. That's kind of handy sometimes. Web layout, show you how it would look as a web page if you decide to save it as a web page, and you can do that in Microsoft Word. And finally we have this outline format and these well, draft formats. But I'm just going to change it back to the regular print layout, which is what we use most of the time. One more I want to show you is the review button, because it's likely that you'll have some spelling and grammar errors. They'll be outlined here. If you see a lot of red here, you got a lot of spelling errors. Of course, this is garbage. So you want to do a spelling check, just go into review, spelling and grammar. It'll run through all these things. Now it's trying to guess what you want. Repo, alright, I'll take that as a choice. I'm going to change that. So if you want to change that, you just click on that. It changes that. And if you want to ignore the suggestion that they're giving you, just click ignore. And if you want to respell it yourself, go ahead. Alright, so that's how you run through a spelling and a grammar check. You can type over, take the suggestion, or not take it. Alright? So, we're going to have an assignment here in Microsoft Word. There's a few tricks that we're going to need to know how to do. What you're going to do is you're going to be creating a memo, a business memo. And we're going to be inserting charts and pictures into the document. So, we'll get to that later. So I'll see you in the next video.